So, I presume you've heard the news?
About Michael?
Yes, among other things.
It's been a busy day, hasn't it?
I heard they assigned the witch to the case.
Careful. Never let her hear you say that. You know how she feels about that word.
Exactly why it was such a dangerous move.
Cornelius always was recklessly arrogant. A bad habit from his previous profession. He thinks he has a handle on her, but I know better.
So you agree, Michael is trying to fulfill the Iris prophecy of the arcade.
He is one of the few who can decipher it. How is your team coming with that?
You don't want to know. Their language has no true cipher. Many of their words have too many meanings, and all of their scribes are dead. That's why they formed their current law, the Contempus.
Weren't the prophecies pinned at the end of the original scribe's life? The ramblings of a madman?
Yeah, and the first two are concerning enough. But that damn Iris is the most terrifying.
You mean about the union of two nocturne to basically give birth to the Antichrist of all Antichrists?
Yeah, that one. With all the documentation destroyed, all we have is the archive room. Basically scribblings on the walls and ceilings that are incoherent at best.
And the only two who can translate it are the two individuals we trust the least.
One individual.
That's right. We're short one bloodsucker now. It's obvious. Michael is back to reclaim what his deranged mind thinks is his. And nothing, apparently, not even his own flesh and blood, is beyond sacrifice.
But can he lead her to remember?
That is what I'm most concerned about.
Dear God, so it is possible. But I thought Cornelius had planted a failsafe.
The one thing this job's taught me, nothing lasts forever. No matter how many times we're told otherwise.
But we still have the nuclear option, just in case.
That's the only reason that Angel remains here, working with us. I think, deep down, she wants Mal to revert. I'd finally give her something to do.
That would be a fight, wouldn't it?
One I would prefer to steer clear of. Don't. If Majestic feels for a second that she might remember, she'll be disposed of long before Maddie will have to be considered. Has the doctor's body been contained?
Yes. And you were right. He was the hematologist we were looking for.
Damn it!
Michael killed him too. But why?
Just to piss off Alexander would be my guess. Michael has to know what he's up to.
It's too bad we don't.
3 prominent Majestic hematologists have disappeared in the last year. One just turned up dead. There's no doubt Alexander's kidnapped them. Or employed them. Either way, it has to do with blood.
The HB series program.
Undoubtedly. If Alexander is involved, and he gets that sequence right, the treaty won't mean shit.
Aren't you seeing Alexander today?
Yes. I just got back from seeing Riley. It's only a matter of days now.
I'm so sorry.
So am I. Forever taking this damn job.
Like you had a choice. Don't forget, it was your persistence and your investigation of Alexander that eventually led you here.
Yeah. I never thought I'd actually miss the days of being a laughingstock at the FBI.
So, how exactly do you plan on finding out what Alexander is up to? It's not like he's going to lay out his evil plan for you.
You'd be surprised what that sociopathic bastard gives up. His overconfidence will always be his Achilles heel.
Be careful, Osiris. You know how many agents failed before Riley.
He respects that I don't tolerate his bullshit.
Or is he humoring you to keep you off balance?
I guess only time will tell.
So, you think Cornelius knows that the treaty still exists? Hell, that the clans still exist?
No, and he never will. If he did, our problems would increase exponentially. That's why we have to get a handle on this. Majestic has already allowed the Bureau too much leeway in these matters.
A necessary risk.
Not as far as I'm concerned.
Do you even remember when you hated all this covert bullshit?
You eventually become part of the machine. You'll get rolled over by it.
Seems Riley's had a bigger impact on you than you thought.
Yeah. He got under my skin. Like one big tick with an annoyingly abrasive personality. I've got to go. Keep me posted on what you find about the HB series.
I will.
That's good. Because right now, you're the only one I trust.
A 1,000-year-old witch back to life. Bloodsucker should be a piece of cake. Side effect of the resurrection. Youth. The longer you're in the grave, the more time is taken from you. No one knows why it happens. Frankly, I don't give a shit. Man, this takes more and more out of me every time I do it.
Then I have just one question then.
And what is that?
Where the fuck is Michael?
May I come in?
Yes, you are late.
You look well.
I just returned from a light lunch.
I must say, these are far better accommodations compared to the castle. I always thought that place was a bit dank and dusty. This is far more sophisticated and elegant.
As you know, I must keep moving. But I can assure you I didn't send you here to discuss decor.
Yes, tell me why again that you summoned me?
I'm not pleased with your recent endeavors.
Evie, that would matter if your opinion held some significance.
Careful, Michael. Don't let this form deceive you as it did upon our first meeting.
But of course, my apologies. Please continue.
I want you to leave the witch alone.
Do not call her that. It belittles what she truly is.
That is the last time you will ever raise your voice to me. Now may I continue?
Of course. Again, my apologies. But even you know the power she possesses.
That is why what you're doing is so dangerous.
If you know I have control, I never lost it.
You overestimate yourself yet again.
No. I know our bond. She died for me. Allowed herself to be consumed by the flames upon hearing the news of my death.
Yes, Cornelius should have left her corpse rotting on that stake.
Cornelius did what he had to do for leverage's sake. He knows she's the only weapon he has in case Majestic turns against him.
That may propel his insanity, unless propels yours.
Do not besmirch what we have with such profanities. I assure you, lust is not what we shared.
What then? Obsession? Because surely it's not love.
Evie, love, it's a concept devised by mankind to give definition to things they will never understand. No. What we had was indescribable. Cheap words and moronic labels would only lessen it.
Your heart is black, Michael. Not black as night, but as the void that replaced it. That is why your brother failed to kill you. He drove that spirit to nothingness.
And yet here we are, me drawn to her like a moth to a flame.
Who will undoubtedly be consumed, just like the hapless insect would.
I will have what I want, Evie.
And what if she remembers?
Then the memory of her betrayal will drive her to exact a revenge that will echo through the very corridors of hell.
By your own admission, you state the tragic folly of your own actions.
No, I see a glorious new era. Because when we are reunited, as we will be, we will conceive a child, just as the prophecy foretold. A magnificently treacherous child who will bring about the dawn of a new immortal empire.
One that will destroy us.
The only thing that will save us. Evie, I know what Alexander has planned. He seeks the throne like a dying man seeks one more fleeting second of life. If he succeeds, everything you've worked for fails.
Do not act as though your intentions are noble, Michael.
Of course not. I care only for Elizabeth. But there is an advantage for you in all this.
And what is that?
I have no desire to raise this child. Kings and kingdoms, reigns and rulers, these are ideas of lesser men to validate their existence.
I wait to hear the advantage you promise.
I can give you the one thing you cannot bear on your own. child. You raise him. His allegiance will be yours and yours alone. And then, Evie, you truly can become Savior. You see, as you know, Alexander seeks position and power. Cares nothing for our people. He simply wants to lord over them, just like his father. But you, Evie, for whatever asinine reason, wish to save our kind. This way you can.
You would make this covenant with me?
Have I ever lied to you before?
No, but how can I trust you? Seeing how willing you are to sacrifice your own kid to achieve your goals. How would I measure? Will I suffer the same fate?
Evie, you know that will never happen because of our bargain. Gabriel faced a punishment for his betrayal, an act devoid of penance. And he was the greatest threat to everything that you're trying to accomplish, thanks to that damnable rock.
Yes, he was anointed so he could use it for his purposes.
The Bloodstone. Thankfully he died before he ever knew.
No, but our enemies may have. Justic has it locked away.
Evie, it will be yours in time, as promised.
We shall see. But until then, join me in a toast to seal our covenants.
On the brew.
Innocent and pure, robust with fear, harvest just today.
Then let's toast. To a new era, a new society.
No, to a new and final legacy.